Hello and welcome to today's League of Legends Roundup for July 2nd. We're covering the LPL and the LCK in this part 1. In part 2, we'll cover LEC and LCS. As you see here, this is coming out a little later than I would like because the LPL was packed solid. We went to 3-game series in all 3 series, even LNG and LGD, where we had a 47-minute and a 56-minute game. Yeah, so this happened. The LCK was a lot nicer, only 4 games, both 2-0s, and we'll get to that. So if you haven't watched these videos before, this is why I make it, specifically for when you do not want to sit through a 47 and 56-minute game between LNG and LGD. That gives you the gist of what the point of this was. So, Game 1, LGD opens it up by taking a Hextech Drake. LNG respond by getting a kill mid and then getting a couple kills bot, light with both. LGD would then take their second Drake and Infernal and go top lane and get a kill. You see here, if you can make it out 18-1, that was the only kill LGD would get, and it occurred at 14 minutes. LNG would respond going top lane for a kill, and that would end laning phase of 15 minutes. LNG up 4-1, gold tied. LNG then take a mountain. They win a fight in mid 3-0, light with a double. They take another mountain. They would get a pick at 25 minutes and get a couple more kills in mid, light with 2 more. LNG would then get a kill in the jungle, and by 26 minutes, they were up 10-1 in kills. Light was 6-0-1. 27 minutes, LNG win a fight 4-0. Doinby with a double kill on Silas to set up a Baron, giving them a 6k lead. They used the Baron to go to Mountain Soul Point, and then they would end after the Baron expires 4-0 in mid. Light and Ale both with double kills to finish it off. Game 2, LGD would respond. So LGD went with Chelsea and top over Fearness for this series. Going into Game 2, they would swap out Hai Chow for Yagag. So God, I can't. His name is. It's only 3 letters, but the way it's pronounced is such a pain in the ass. Yagag. I'm gonna go with Yagag. Is in mid. So LGD dive top at 4 minutes. They take an Ocean. They get a couple kills in the river, and they take a Hextech Drake. That happened in the first 17 minutes, and LGD are actually out to a 3-0 lead. Gold tied. They have 2 Drakes. LNG would then take a Cloud. LGD would get a kill in mid and a pick. LNG take another Cloud. At 27 minutes, LNG would find a kill in the jungle and then find a kill bot lane. At 27 minutes, LGD would force the Baron and take it, losing the fight on the turn 3-1. Ale with a double kill for LNG, and LGD were down 3k gold at this time. Because LNG won the fight on the turn, they also would go over to the Drake and go to Cloud Soul Point. With the Baron, there would be a skirmish in the jungle 1-for-1. LGD would get a pick. At 33 minutes, LGD would find a kill mid, which set them up for success around the Baron, which they would get another kill and take to tie up gold at 34 minutes. So between 27 and 34 minutes, that first power play coupled with getting a couple kills, they are now tied in gold. LNG take Cloud Soul while LGD end up taking this Baron. Neither team are able to do anything. I mean, LGD isn't able to do anything with that Baron. At 41 minutes, LGD would win a fight 2-1, Assam with a double kill to secure Elder. LNG said, fine, we lost the fight, we're going to take the Baron. LNG down up 1k gold now, but at 42 minutes, that is like drops in a bucket. At 45 minutes, LGD were up 11-9 in kills, and Assam was 5-1-4, Ale 3-1-6. The game would end at 47 minutes. LGD finally able to push. They got 1 kill, I believe, on the support, and they just were able to choke out LNG and finally end because they had taken inhibs throughout this drawn-out late game. Game 3. So this one was a classic. LNG really, honestly, deserved to lose this series. So, LNG go bot lane and get a kill. They take an Infernal with that prio in the early game. Really, really early. LGD would then trade kills in mid 1-for-1. Get a couple kills in the river. At 12 minutes, LGD get a pick, take the Cloud. LNG would dive top. And then, not even a minute later, LGD would dive bot. Going 2-0, Shadow with a double kill on Lee Sin. And that would end laning phase at 16 minutes. LGD up 6-3. 2.5k gold. LGD then dive top themselves at 18 minutes. They would take a mountain. LNG winning the fight after 4-2. B with a triple kill on Talia. As of 21 minutes, LGD were up 9-7, but gold was now tied. And the reason why I mention this, within 5 minutes, the LGD gold lead had completely been taken away. LNG had come back in gold. Assam 3-1-5, Tarzan 4-0-2. Tarzan ends up being MVP, key contributor in Game 3 on the Viego. LNG then take a mountain at 23 minutes after getting a pick. LNG won a fight in mid 3-1 at 25 minutes. Tarzan with a double. That would set up a Baron and a 5k gold lead. LNG used the Baron to go to Mountain Soul Point. At 30 minutes, LGD won a fight 2-1 in the jungle. Chelsea with a double kill. That would give them Prio over Baron, which they would secure 3-0, cutting the gold deficit to 1.5k. So after LGD end up taking this Baron, LGD are up 15-12 in kills. Assam is 5-2-8. Tarzan is 7-1-3. LGD would go to Mountain Soul Point with this Baron. At 35 minutes, LGD get a kill mid. 39 minutes, there's a trade of kills in front of Baron. LGD end up taking the Baron, giving them a slight 2k gold lead. But like I said in the previous game, 39 minutes, this is nothing. Because LGD took this Baron, LNG would take Mountain Soul. At 47 minutes, LNG won a fight 2-1 for Elder, light with a double. LGD said, fine, well, we lost that fight, we'll take a Baron. Gold's now tied. LGD would defend their base 3-0 against LNG's push with the Elder. Chelsea with a double kill on Kale. LGD then take an Elder themselves at 54 minutes. LNG take a Baron because they lost the Prio over Elder. Same thing happened, just vice versa. And at 56 minutes, LNG finally end 4-0, Doinby with a double kill. Final score 19-20. They win with less kills. Like I said, Tarzan ends up being MVP. I mean, they came back in this game, and Tarzan was a big reason why. Honestly, I don't blame... they were saying something about Doinby didn't deserve the MVP. Honestly, for putting this series out of its misery and ending this damn series, he deserved MVP from the media, in my opinion. FPX and JDG, we got an upset here. FPX upset JDG. JDG third in my power rankings. If you missed my power rankings, they came out Thursday. Updated every Thursday for that matter. Game 1, JDG would go bot lane and get a kill, take a Cloud, take the Rift Herald. FPX get a kill after JDG do take the Rift Herald, but JDG would dominate Game 1. They take a Hex Tech at 14 minutes. Laning phase ends 1-1 in kills, but JDG are up 3k gold. JDG would get a kill bot at 16 minutes, go to Ocean Soul Point 2 minutes later, 5-2. Kanavi with a Quadra on Viego. JDG would then win a fight 4-1 in the jungle, Kanavi with a double. JDG would take in Ocean Soul at 24 minutes, 5-0, Yagao with a double. That would lead directly to a Baron, a 15k gold lead, and they would end with that Baron 2-0. Final score of Game 1 was 21-4. JDG completely demolished FPX in Game 1. Now FPX bring out the reigning LCS MVP Summit and put him in top lane in place of Xiaolahu. I'm a big fan of Xiaolahu. However, I mean, they brought somebody in to give you competition, and he didn't do the job in Game 1, so Summit comes out in Game 2. FPX taking Infernal before we get First Blood at 9 minutes. FPX winning the fight for Rift Herald 3-1. Care with a double on Ari. 2 minutes later, FPX win a fight in bot 3-0. Clid with a double. Clid ends up being MVP. FPX taking Ocean, and laning phase ends at 14 minutes. FPX with 2 Drakes. Up 6-1 in kills, 3k gold, and Kara is 3-0-3. FPX go to Cloud Soul Point. JDG get a pick. At 19 minutes, there's a trade of kills in mid, 1-1. And at 22 minutes, FPX are up 7-3 in kills, but gold's now tied. So similar to how I said, I forget, I think it was Game 3, how gold just dissipated for LGD. Same thing happened for FPX in Game 2. All of a sudden, that gold lead went from 3k at 14 minutes to nothing at 22 minutes. JDG would end up taking a Cloud at 23 minutes to prevent Soul from going over to FPX, but FPX would win the fight 2-0, which allowed FPX to go over to Baron and take it. JDG winning the fight after FPX take the Baron 2-0. 3-6-9 with both kills on the Gangplank. FPX have a slight 1k gold lead. After the Baron dissipates, FPX take Cloud Soul, and at 29 minutes they end in mid 5-0. Summit and LWX with double kills to end. Final score 14-5. Game 3, we wouldn't have first blood until 7 minutes when JDG took the Infernal. FPX winning the fight on the turn 3-0. LWX with the double. A minute later, FPX would win a fight in top 3-0. Klid with a double. FPX take a cloud and laning phase ends around 12 minutes with FPX up 6-0. 4K gold, and Klid is 2-0-4. Like I said, ends up being MVP. Played a big role in Game 2 on the Lee Sin, getting them ahead, getting them kills, and in Game 3, he got them ahead on the Viego. Did work. At 17 minutes, JDG take a mountain, 4-3, Hope with a triple, Care with a double. At 21 minutes, there'd be an exchange of kills in bot lane, 2-2, LWX with both kills for FPX. That would lead to a mountain. At 23 minutes, Klid would steal the Baron. That's a MVP-worthy move. Winning the fight 5-3 after, Klid with a quadra kill, Hope with a double kill, FPX up 6.5 gold, 16-9 in kills, and Klid is 6-1-7. FPX would use the Baron to go to Mountain Soul Point and then end at 31 minutes, 4-0, Klid with a triple. So Klid dominated this game, double digits in kills. Final score 20-9. So, you know, FPX are showing up now. JDG, what I think happened was JDG demolished them Game 1. Took their foot off the gas in Game 2. And never recovered in Game 3, pretty much. Because Summit and Jalahu are very similar players. I will say Summit played Gragas in Game 2. And I don't know if Jalahu really plays Gragas. And I didn't think Summit really played Gragas either. But maybe Summit realized he's got to play tanks if he wants to be a player. But big upset, massive upset. Series 3, the game of the week for the LPL, and it lived up to the hype. Weibo versus Top. Game 1, Weibo would get first blood at 8 minutes in the bot lane 2v2. Top would take a Hex Tech. Weibo would go top lane at 11 minutes, 2-0. SFM with both kills. Top Esports would get a pick. Wayward would solo kill the Shy at 13 minutes. Wayward on a Sejuani, the Shy on Kale. At 15 minutes, Top take an Infernal. Weibo get a pick. Weibo then get 2 kills mid. And at 16 minutes, laning phase ends with Weibo up 7-4 in kills. 2k gold. SFM is 4-0-1. Top would then get 2 kills in top lane at 18 minutes. At 20 minutes, we'd have a massive fight where Weibo would take the mountain and then win a fight afterwards 5-4. But it could have been a lot worse for Top. Knight pulled off some heroics, getting a double kill with like no health left. SFM and Jackie Love also with double kills in that 5-4 fight. Top would then go bot lane, get a kill at 25 minutes. Top Esports take a mountain to go to Mountain Soul Point. Weibo win the fight afterwards 5-0. The Shy with a triple on the Kale. That leads to a Baron and a 9.5k lead. Top would slow down the Baron, winning a fight 2-0 in bot. Jackie Love with both kills. After the Baron's over, Weibo are up 17-13 in kills. SFM is 7-0-3 on the Viego. Jackie Love is 6-4-3 on the Aphelios. At 30 minutes, Weibo taking Mountain to prevent Mountain Soul from going over to Top, 3-0. Angel with a double. Top would then win a fight themselves, 3-0 in the jungle at 32 minutes. Knight with a double. That led to their first Baron and cut the gold deficit to 5k. Weibo were massively ahead. After this Baron hit them 8.5k. They were in double-digit lead territory. And they threw. They hard threw this game. That fight in the jungle completely threw the game. Gave Top the Baron, and Top would end with the Baron 4-2 in the river. Jackie Love and the Shy both with double kills exchanged. Final score 21-22. Top win with less kills. Game 2, pretty much opposites. Same story, just they switched sides in how they approached the game. Top would throw Game 2. Top routes an early lead at 9 minutes, taking the Rift Herald 2-1. Tien with the double. Tien ends up being MVP. All 3 of these junglers were MVPs today. Top take a Cloud 1-0. They get a kill bot lane, and at 14 minutes, they're up 4-1, 3k gold. So Top are ahead sizably. Weibo then get a couple kills top lane at 16 minutes. Top Esports respond, getting a pick, taking an Ocean. Both teams would take Trip spot lane around 20 minutes. Weibo taking Infernal, and at 27 minutes, Top are up 6-4 in kills. Gold lead is only 3.5K, and TN is 4-1-1. So between 14 and 27 minutes, the top gold lead had not really grown, and obviously gold loses value as the game goes on because the gold, people are getting their items. So really, top were not only slowing down, but they were losing ground. At 28 minutes, Weibo take the Infernal after getting a pick. They would then take a Baron after a fight that goes 1-1. After the Baron was taken, they would win a fight 2-0, Wanfeng with a double. This would tie gold up. Weibo used the Baron to go to Infernal Soul Point. They would get a kill in the jungle. At 36 minutes, they get a pick. And at 38 minutes, Weibo would take the Baron in a fight that goes 4-1. The Shy and Wanfeng both with doubles to end. Final score 14-9 of Game 2. Game 3, Weibo would go top lane at 4 minutes in an exchange of kills 2-for-1. Top would then take a mountain. Weibo get a pick. At 7 minutes, Top would win a fight in the jungle 2-1. Jackie Love with a double. Weibo would respond. So this was a real competitive series throughout. Both teams really close. 9th and 4th in my power rankings. Honestly, with JDG falling, who knows how the LPL will shake out come Thursday. But yeah, so Weibo end up taking that Infernal 2-for-1. And laning phase ends at 15 minutes with Weibo up 6-4, and gold's pretty much tied. Top then go top lane and get a kill. They take the Rift Herald. However, when they take the Rift Herald at 16 minutes, Weibo have a problem with that, and they win a fight 4-0. SFM with a double on Wukong. Top then take an Ocean. There would be a trade of picks around 20 minutes. Weibo are now up 11-6 after these picks are taken, and only 2K gold. SFM is 5-1-3. Weibo take an Ocean. 22 minutes, Top win a fight 4-0. Knight with a double kill to take the Baron. They use that Baron to go to Ocean Soul Point at 27 minutes, 2-0. TN with a double. As of 30 minutes, Top are up 12-11. TN is 5-3-6, sorry. And at 32 minutes, Top end 4-1 in mid. TN with a double kill. As the mid to late game got going, TN really played a big part in these fights on the Viego. Ends up being MVP. Yesterday, my sneak peek, if you missed it, I went over this series and said it's going to come down to the junglers. Who's going to carry harder? SFM needed to show up because TN had been playing so well. And SFM might have shown up in Game 2. But really, TN got the better of them in this 3-game series. So, just looking at the LNG, I can't believe LNG. LNG are such a disappointment. They really are. But that's it for the LPL. Now onto the LCK. Okay, now for the LCK, as you see here, a lot simpler. Not as much going on. So, Sandbox versus Fredit Brion. Fredit Brion continue to fall off the horse, and I'm going to keep saying it. You got to change the way you play if you want to succeed. So, Sandbox get a kill bot lane at 6 minutes. Fredit Brion get a pick. 10 minutes, Fredit Brion would take an Ocean, and Sandbox respond 2-1. Krakow with a double on Vi. Krakow ends up being MVP, in my opinion. At 13 minutes, there's a trade of kills 1-for-1. Sandbox taking Infernal. Fredit Brion dive top. And at 16 minutes, laning phase ends. Kills are tied 4-4. All of the kills are on both Umpty and Krakow at this point, and Fredit Brion have a 1K gold lead. At 17 minutes, there'd be a trade of kills top. Sandbox get a couple picks. They take a Hex Tech. At 22 minutes, Sandbox win a fight in the jungle 2-1. They then get a pick for Hex Tech Soul Point. At 28 minutes, Sandbox are up 10-6 in kills. Fredit Brion still have a slight gold lead, but Prince is 2-0-8 on the Jinx at the time. Excuse me. Sandbox take a Hex Tech. Fredit Brion decide not to lay any kills on the line, not deaths on the line. So, Sandbox take the Soul. 31 minutes, they win a fight 2-0 to take the Baron, giving them a 1.5K gold lead at 31 minutes. And they end with the Baron at 3-0 and bot, Prince with a double kill. Final score 16-6. Sandbox just end off of that last fight. Game 2, not a lot's written here because not a lot really happened. Sandbox take an Ocean. They would take a Rift Herald 2-for-1. They take an Infernal, and that would be it for laning phase. 14 minutes, Sandbox are up 2-1, 2K gold. Sandbox go to Hextech Soul Point. Fred at Breon take the second Rift Herald 1-for-1. At 18 minutes, Sandbox win a fight 2-0 in mid, take the Hextech Soul. At 23 minutes, Sandbox win a fight 3-0, closer with all 3 kills on Silas to take a Baron, giving them a 7k lead, and they end with the Baron, kind of just forcing it down the throat of Fred at Breon in a fight that ends 3-3. Krakow and Henna exchanging doubles. Final score 12-5. Fred at Breon is not very good. Simple as that. Gen.g and Kwangdong Freaks. Gen.g beat the living crap out of the Freaks. I mean, demolished them. 3 minutes, Gen.g would go bot lane. Kwangdong would respond. At 6 minutes, when Gen.g attempt to dive bot a second time, the Freaks outplay it 2-for-1, which leads to a cloud for them. At 9 minutes, Gen.g take a Rift Herald 2-0, Chovy with both kills. Doran would then solo kill Keen at 12 minutes. Doran on a Gnar and Keen on an Ornn. At 15 minutes, there's a fight 4-0, Chovy with his second double. Gen.g then take an Infernal. At 20 minutes, Gen.g are up 9-2 and 9k gold. So between 15 and 20 minutes, the gold lead had doubled. Gen.g then go to Infernal Soul Point. They get a kill top lane at 28 minutes. So the game really, really slowed down. Between 15 and 27 minutes, we had no kills. But Gen.g's gold lead just continued to rise. Because when they won a fight at 28 minutes, actually, they got that kill top lane at 27 minutes, which led to a Baron, and the Freaks would get a kill after, and Gen.g are up 15k gold. So only needed one kill to go up 6k. They would then get a pick with the Baron and then end after getting a couple kills in the river, Ruler with a double. Peanut ended up being MVP because I wanted to be 5-for-5 on junglers. Not really, but that's how it ended up being. Peanut really gapped Elam in the jungle, like really, really gave him a hard time. And in my opinion, Peanut was MVP for that. Game 2, Gen.g go top lane and get a kill, and then the game slows way down. The Freaks would take a Hextech and an Infernal. The next kill would come at 13 minutes when Gen.g get a kill mid. There'd be an exchange of kills at 14 minutes, 1-for-1. At 17 minutes, the Freaks go to Ocean Soul Point after getting a kill. Laning phase ends at 17 minutes with Gen.g up 3-2 and 2.5k gold. Gen.g then get a pick. The game slows down. They get an Ocean. The next fight would occur at the Ocean after that one, where Gen.g would take it 2-0. After winning that fight 2-0, they take a Baron, giving them a 6k lead. They won that fight 2-0 as well. And then Gen.g end with that Baron. 3-0 in bot lane. Peanut with a double kill to end it. So final score of that one 10-2. Just clean. I don't know why I didn't write the extra stats, but I didn't. So big games in the LPL, the LCK, pretty cut and dry. The better teams won, but those LPL games were pretty massive. So comment down below with your opinions on the state of LNG, JDG, in the top Weibo series. Like the video if you like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Stay tuned later today for part 2 where I go over the LEC and LCS, as well as stay tuned for my sneak peek that'll come out eventually today. Hit the notification bell so you are notified. My LCS sneak peek was the whole entire weekend. That came out yesterday, so if you missed it, put your predictions for the LCS games below that video, and thank you for watching again.